Good morning, children. In the last class, we learned about the refraction of the light. In that, we learned about the laws of refraction of light. The laws of refraction are, there are two laws of refraction. That is the incident ray, normal, refracted ray lie in the same plane, and the angle of incidence is equal to the ratio of the sine of the angle of incidence to the sine of the angle of refraction is equal to the relative refractive index. That is, n2 by n1 is equal to sin I by sin R. n2 by n1 is equals to sin I by sin R, or we can, when we write them, n1 sin I is equals to n2 sin R. This is also called as the Snell's law. Therefore, we can say that the second law of the the second law of the refraction, the second law of refraction is that the n1 sin I is equal to n2 sin R. Okay, children, just if we can see over here, normally when a light ray travels from rarer to the denser or denser to the rarer, we are having some some positions, some cases when the light ray travels from one medium to the another medium. Before that, we will be learning about the terms which were involved in this refraction of light. What are the terms which are involved in the refraction of light? The terms involved in the refraction of light. Terms of refraction of light. Normally, the first term is that normally in the reflection of light we used a pole, but here instead of pole we will be using of optic center. Instead of pole we will be using of the optic center. Optic center. Next, center of curvature. Here also we will be using of the center of curvature. Principal axis. Radius of curvature. Optic center, center of curvature, principal axis, radius of curvature. Focal point and focal length. Sixth one is focal length. As we learn about this, all the terms in the reflection of the light. Yes, we learn about all the terms, that is the pole, center of curvature, principal axis, radius of curvature, focal point, focal length, all we learn in the in the reflection of light. In the same way, here also we will be learning the same. The properties also will be the same, and definitions also will be the same, but only here instead of pole we will be using of a word called as optic center. Instead of pole we will be using of a word called as a optic center. Children, now see here, optic center is nothing but it is the center of the sphere. It is the center of the sphere where mirror is a part. Optic center is the center of the sphere. It is the center of the, there mirror we used, here we will be writing it as center of the lens. We say center of the lens. The center of the lens where a lens is a part, the center of the lens or the center of the sphere. We can take a sphere, the center of the sphere where lens is a part, it is called as the optic center. Okay children, next one we will be learning about the center of curvature. Center of curvature is the center of the sphere where lens is a part. Center of curvature. Center of curvature. Center of curvature means center of the sphere. Center of the sphere. Center of the sphere where lens is a part. Lens is a part is called center of curvature. It's called the center of curvature. Okay, it is called as center of curvature. Normally center of curvature denoted by the letter C. Next, radius of curvature. Radius of curvature. Okay, radius of curvature. What do you mean by the radius of curvature? Radius of curvature means the distance between the optic center and the center of curvature The distance between the optic center and the center of curvature is called the radius of curvature. It's called the radius of curvature. Normally, the radius of curvature is denoted by the letter R. It is denoted by the letter R. Radius of curvature. Okay. Here it is denoted by the letter R. The distance between the optic center and the center of curvature is called as the radius of curvature. The center of the sphere where lens is a part is called as the center of the curvature. Center of curvature is denoted by the letter C, whereas the radius of curvature is denoted by the letter R. Next we'll be having of the, after this radius of curvature, we'll be having of a term called as the principal axis. Principal axis. Okay, principal axis. Principal axis. What do you mean by this principal axis? The line which joins the optic center. The line which joins the optic center and the line which joins the optic center and the center of curvature. Center of curvature is called as principal axis. Normally we won't denote the principal axis with any of the letter. Okay, the line which joins the optic center and the center of the curvature is called as the principal axis. Okay, children, this is about the principal axis. The line which joins the optic center and the center of curvature is called as the principal axis. Okay, next we'll be having a focal point. The point of intersection of all the light rays after refraction. The point of, we'll be learning in detail where we'll draw the ray diagrams. The point of intersection of all the light rays after refraction is called focal point or principal focus. Normally it is denoted by the letter F, capital F. Next will be you having of the term called as focal length. Focal length is the distance between the optic center and the focal point. Focal point is called as focal length. Normally focal length is denoted by the letter F, small f. Distance between the optic center and the focal point is called as the focal length. Okay, these are the terms which were there. These are the terms which were there in the what? The refraction of the light. Therefore, everyone should note down these terms, and they are very, very important. Okay, as a part of the chapter. Okay, the remaining we will be learning in the next class. Thank you.